G'day, g'day. Welcome to Graves in Australia Diecast Salvage. Today I hope to do some justice to today's casting, which is a Dinky Toys Bedford Big Boy. At least I think it's called a Big Boy. Doesn't matter. We'll check it out later what it's actually called underneath. As you watch this casting go around the turntable, I'd like to thank the returning friends of the channel and new friends that I hope to be calling returning friends very soon. If you're a first-time viewer, I hope you stay, subscribe and share what sometimes a bubbling old fart like me gets up to, trying to give old diecast toys a new life. If you haven't subscribed, why not? It's free. This channel is geared to the hobbyist. What I do is not always perfect, but at least I'm giving it a go. Just remember, if I can do it, so can you. You can probably do a better job than what I do. Oh yeah, please comment below, even if it's just to say hi. So now, let's take a closer look at today's offering. Okay, so let's have a look at this vehicle. It does say, no, had it right the first time round. It does say Dinky Toys, Big Bedford, made in England, Meccano Limited. It did have some couple of tyres on there, but they were rotten. So just took them off to take some measurements. Now whether I'm going to print some rubber tyres for it or use my old method using the Sikaflex, don't know yet. But then again, I may 3D print new tyres and rims, don't know yet. But in any case, let's keep going around. It does have all its hubs. There's no window or interior. I'll just put that aside for a moment. The casting overall is in good shape. Even the tow hook there is in good shape. So let's take her apart. Okay, to take it apart, you need to grind off the ends of the axle, just one end, and that's what I've done, because that is what holds in our body, our timber sided body. It's what holds it in place. So I've already ground one end off. There's the wheel, or the hub I should say. There's the axle. So we'll put them together so we don't lose them. And I will get a tub ready. Now with the, as you can see by taking the axle out, it allows the bed to go off. Now I'm not 100% sure on this front end whether that's broken off there, because there is a hole in the back of the cab for that to lock in, so it doesn't, so it'll go too far astray. In any case, that's how the back comes off, by taking the axle out. as this doesn't have a screen or interior, you don't necessarily have to take the base off, but if you do, there's 2 posts. You can get away with just taking the axle end off, pulling the axle out, and just keeping the base like that. But I'm going to do some experimenting in this episode, so if you're already turned off, or tuned out I should say, well, tough luck for you, or you can go right to the end to see what I've done. So that piece will go into our calcium, lime and rust remover, and that leaves us our main casting. As I said before, is in quite good order, and I hope this to be a fairly simple resto mod, if you like. Undecided if I'm going to try and colour match, because I know I'll never get exactly right. Nobody ever does get a close match. You can only close match to what you have in front of you. You cannot go by the photos that you see on the internet, because each camera will take a different RGB of your colours. You can get a close match, but it's never an exact match because the paint we're using is not 50 years old. So they're totally different. In any case, we're going to do something with this. Enough of my rant. So let's get on with the show. Okay, we're going to try and do some 3D printing for our Dinky Toys big Bedford truck. So I'm hoping that this comes out. I've already downloaded the files, so we're going to open up our slicing program. In this case it is chit box or shit box. Now we need to go to our files, and I'm actually taking it from a Kenworth truck. All right, so what I'm wanting is a tyre. We're wanting the rear wheel. We shall take a mirror. What are we wanting? We also want a front wheel. And what we're also wanting is sun visor. So these are the bits and pieces that I want. So how we're going to go about it is there's going to be some measuring done, and I'll do that measuring off camera. So these things will be in different sizes. But what we can do straight off to get the right size is we want to resize the tyre. That's where our starting point is. And if we look at our red and green, which is our X and the Y axis on the left hand side, which is our diameter, we want to bring that down to 20 millimeters. Oops, I forgot what I did beforehand. I need to lock the ratio. Thank you. Let's try that again. 20 millimeters. And you can see how that's gone resized. And we're just going to move it so it's in the center. It is. So again, we'll just go back to the rescale it. So we've reduced it by 37.48%. So now we're going to do the same thing with our front tyre. 37.48 is what we need. So we're going to change that to 37.48, like so. We're going to move that centered. Now, as you can see, this has gone red because it is saying, you know, or the program is saying collision detector. So we take that off, and we can see it fits in there nicely. So we know that that works properly. So we're going to move that hub out of the way. We're going over to the rear wheel. And again, we're going to rescale it. What did we say it was? 37.48. 37.48. And we're going to center it. Oops. We'll undo that. We'll move that. We'll center it. And we'll do the same thing with the tyre. Center it. And we can bring it up a little. So that's what we'll have. On there. All right. So we can move the tyre out the way. We can move that hub out the way. We can move that hub out the way. So now we need to deal with these. We'll get that out the way. And that is the mirror. So what we might do is we shall mirror the item, keep original model, go Y, so let's have a so let's rotate it 180. So now, oops, sorry for bumping this. If we have a look at that, we are now mirrored on there. Now I've got to resize it. So there's that. I'll come back with the measurement on that in a moment. I have to do a the measurement on the sun visor, which is this one, and I'll bring you back when I've done that and I've taken the measurements for those mirrors. I'll bring you back. All right, bring you back. I'll just undo the two items I just scaled. Now, these ones, I'll do that one first. I rescaled it down to 30.4 millimeters, which is the length of that way. And now the two mirrors, I took them down to, because we're going the length or the height of the mirrors, which is the green axis, and we took that to 12 millimeters. So, but we're not done yet, because we need, well, before we do that, let's just do a quick auto layout. We'll see if this works. Apologies that it's taking so long, because I'm trying to think at the same time. All right, so that's all our stuff centered. We can get rid of that. Go back to home, and we come in. All right, let's start off with our tyre. Let's deselect it all first. Go with our tyre. We're going to angle it, and doesn't matter whether it's the X or Y. And we're going to go 35 degrees. I'll just show you that it has gone that way. We're going to do the same thing with our rear wheel hub. Just going to change it. And we're going to do the same thing with our front wheel hub. That's that. Now with the sun visor, I'm not going to angle it. I'm going to leave it as it is, which leaves us now our two mirrors. And we'll put them at 35. All right, now we need to add some supports. So we're going to go over to the right hand part of the screen, over to here. I know you're not getting to see much there. That might be better. We're using middle-sized supports. Bring that into there. I'm just going to auto support it. But we need to support there. We need to add a support. Sorry for making you dizzies. I'm going to add a support there, because it's got it on this one over here, but I didn't put it in on that one. So always need to check, but then again, if I think about it, remember we mirrored and we've turned them differently. Okay. All right, so I'm happy with that. So we can go back to our other screen and all our things come back. So we're going to move those two out the way for the moment. We're going to get our tyre. Going to do the same thing. We're going to auto support it. Have a look at where the supports are. I'm happy with that. Excuse me. So we're going to do a copy and we're going to ask for 3 more. That gives us our 4 tyres. Saves us having to redo all the support part of it. Hang on, we'll just take them right out of the way. We'll put them over there for now. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with our rear hub, auto support it. Just do a quick check. Yes. And just going to move it here. We're going to do a copy. We only need to do 1. So we can put them out of the way. Bring our piece in here. Going to do the same thing. Give it some support. Just double check. Yes, that is good. So we're going to make a copy. Excellent. So we'll go Control A to select everything. Now we're going to auto layout. Going to say center. But it's always best and easier if we merge these things together. But we've forgotten one thing. This one here. I did say before I wasn't going to put supports on it. I am. Whoops. Deselect everything first. We're looking at the sun visor. Auto support. Come back into our normal view. So again, we'll right, so I'm just going to make some little bit of adjustments. Oops. Deselect all. Select one. Just move it in so these rafts down the bottom. Cancel. Are all sort of joined together. That's what we're wanting. No, don't want that. These things can be tricky at times. I'm still learning how to use this thing. So I'm going to move the mirror into there, mirror into there. Going to bring that into there. Let's see if our collision detection is fine. And we're going to bring this tyre into there. So that's now all of that organised. We're going to select it all. So we have 4 tyres, front rims or front hubs, rear hubs, mirrors, and a sun visor. The thing that I doubt that will print will be the mirrors. That's the only thing that I have in doubt. So what we do now is we slice the program, and this tells the printer what layers, how thick the layers are, the speed of the lifting of the base plate, and how much light needs to be on the UV resin to cure it, and all of that. So it's on that program. Now we need to detect to see if it's got any what's called islands. And islands are where the supports are not touching the model itself. It's detected 257, which is a lot of it can be. It's telling us that on this side here and here, we're at the top of the. You can see all this red here. Now, if you watch the left of the screen, you'll see that it's all this white area is hollow. So that's why it's saying, there's nothing there, but there is. All right. What we're looking for in this part here, any red dots like what we're seeing over here, or this colour. As we're not set, it's all red, but it's seeing all the supports. So I'm going to take that back up. And what I'm doing is showing you how the printer will see this. You're seeing the reverse action at the moment, and this is how it's actually done on the printer. That's how it prints it. All of that. Let's do it again. Just showing you the reverse. And now we're going to show it the other way. This is how it actually comes, how it actually prints. If you sat here for, it's saying under an hour to print all of that. So we now save it, and I'm going to save it into the folder. So we're just doing that. So once that has been saved onto when I put it into the printer, we shall be able to see that print. So I'll bring you back when we're over at the printer. All right, we are here at our printing station. I've taken the cover off at the moment, but the USB thumb drive is in the side. And what we do now is we press print, and we're looking for the item that we just selected over, which is that one. We then press the play button, and you'll see that the build plate, or base plate, we call it a build plate, is going down into the resin vat, just like I showed you on the computer. Oops, because I'm holding you at a... there's the resin. You'll see some air come up because it's pushing the resin out. Now if we look down the bottom here, there is the raft, if you like. That's going to be there for about 20-25 seconds, and that's how it goes up from there. I'm waiting for that light to turn off. I'll keep you here for the moment because I want to hear that. What to me it sounds like a rip, like a zipper, because if we hear that sound, that means that we're going to have a successful print. The other thing is, in the back I have in there is a heater, and that's has our thing at 31.2 degrees. So we're going to put our UV cover on, and I'll bring you back in about 1.5 to 2 hours time when this is finished. See you soon. This is just a reminder as to what I started with at the beginning of this episode. And here we are now. Here we are with my entry to the Diecast and Mollers community in a Dinky vehicle event for February 2025. You haven't watched what we did before? Well, we're going to run through what we've done. We've stripped it, we've repainted it. That's the obvious bit. What else have we done? We've 3D printed some new tyres, some new hubs, and we're able to use the hubs from the original part to inset inside the new 3D printed hubs, if that makes sense. So we can use the same axles. We have 3D printed an interior. We have 3D printed a driver, and we have 3D printed a sun visor. A lot of 3D printing on this one, because I'm starting to get into it, which is good. So this, I think, is one of my better jobs. And I think after, we're getting on into 4-5 years now. I should be improving slightly. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to like the video. Leave a comment down below, please. So I know that, it's all that, just to say hi, that's good. But also, you can join up with my Facebook page, Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. Link is in the description, doesn't cost anything. And what I'll be putting in there in future will be some of my bloopers. The stuff that you don't see on here. So, we'll catch you next time at Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. Bye for now.